So it says, congratulations, your application for a line of credit has been approved. This was a $50,000 credit line. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as smash the like button. Also, as a reminder to all viewers that this is not financial advice. This is for informational purposes only. So for today's video, we're going to be going over a small business flex line of credit where you can get up to $50,000. And this is going to be credit score based in a streamlined application. Now, one of the things I've noticed a lot with a lot of commercial banks is that they're starting to streamline their application where you can apply online, and they're using the help of a lot of these third-party fintech service providers that can integrate a lot of data and streamline the application so you can get fast approval. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the WesBanco small business flex line of credit up to $50,000, and there's minimal documentation. I did want to share the states that they actually operate in. That includes Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, as well as West Virginia. Now, they offer a host of different personal as well as business products. Now, before we dive into the WesBanco flex line of credit, I did want to give you some background when it comes to commercial business lines of credit. Now, this is specifically when we're talking about credit unions as well as mid-sized and large banks. So usually when the amount is $50,000 or less, you can usually get away with minimal documentation, meaning that they may only require bank statements as well as a personal guarantee. So a hard pull or maybe even a soft pull of your personal credit, but this is going to be a personal guarantee with minimum documentation. Now, once you go over $50,000, that's when they're going to be requesting 2 and sometimes 3 years of personal and business tax returns. They might also ask for financials, including a balance sheet, as well as a profit and loss or an income statement, as well as bank statements. They may also ask for what's called a personal financial statement or personal financial disclosure, as well as a schedule of business debt. Some institutions may even do what's called a 4506T, where they're getting your tax transcripts directly from the IRS. So with the WesBanco flex line of credit, it's a streamlined application for amounts $50,000 and less. So there's going to be minimal documentation. Now, they do have a commercial business line of credit for much higher amounts over $50,000, but this is going to be full underwriting. Now, with the small business flex line of credit, you can take advantage of interest only payment draw period. It does have a variable rate index to the prime rate. The revolving line of credit with amounts available up to $50,000. So that's the maximum. Monthly interest only payments during a 36-month draw period that can be conveniently auto deducted from a WesBanco checking account. Express applications based on credit score approval for lines of $50,000 or less. And this is unsecured only. Now, the minimum qualifications, you will need a 700 plus FICO score for all beneficial owners and guarantors. 1 full year in business. You must open up a WesBanco business checking account for funding and auto pay, and owners of 20% or more of the business must guarantee the loan. Now, with the commercial line of credit, now this goes up to much higher amounts than $50,000, but the minimum loan amount is $10,000. These could be secured as well as unsecured interest only payments. So when you're ready to apply for the small business flex line of credit, you just click this apply now. So again, they're using a fintech service provider to be able to provide an automated credit application. Now, the first step, you're going to enter in your company name as well as your company zip code. And so this information will be used to look up any state company record that exists and allow you to start a new application. So you're going to enter in your business name as well as your business zip code. So it actually pulls up your business information. Now, if you see your business, select it from the list below and click next. So you're just going to click that button right there and go to next. Now, there's a couple different sections. Now, the first section, you're going to select your product information. So either a term loan or a line of credit. Now, on the next page, you're going to enter in some business information. So it automatically comes pre-populated with your business name. And as you can see right here, it's locked, so you can't change it after this point. You're going to enter in your tax ID number. So this is your EIN that you get from the IRS. Now, I believe these are NAICS codes. So you can basically pull up your business credit report and see what your business classification is. What will the funds be used for? So this could be short-term working capital, accounts receivable, inventory, staffing, marketing, operating expenses, business expansion, or to expand working capital. So whatever the reason for the funding is, you're going to select right here. Then it's going to ask you, how much does your business need to borrow? So again, you can put an amount between $10,000 all the way up to to 50,000. If you're looking for a loan above 50,000, please contact your local banking center. Now, what's interesting is that they have the business date already inputted here. So from what it seems like, their application is pulling from the Secretary of State. So it's automatically pulling in your business name as well as the date in which your business was established. Next, you're going to select your business type. So whether a sole prop, partnership, S Corp, C Corp, LLC. Now right here, it says, please enter the gross receipts or sales from your most recently filed tax return. Now, when you click right here, it's going to tell you exactly what numbers you're going to be inputting from your tax return. So let's say if you're a S Corp, you're going to enter in line 1C from form 1120S, so on and so forth. So basically, this is just giving you exactly what numbers you need to input. So just for illustration purposes, I'm just going to show you what that would look like. So let's say you're an S Corp. So you're going to go to form 1120S and then line 1C, whatever amount is right here that you file on your tax return, that's what you're going to input. Now, it's going to vary depending on if you're an S Corp, C Corp, or if you're an LLC. So right here, it asks, has your business received a loan through SBA's Paycheck Protection Program? So you're going to select either yes or no. And here you're going to be entering your total liquid assets, excluding retirement accounts, real estate assets, and other personal assets, as well as your total personal liabilities, the ownership percentage in the business, as well as your social security number. You're going to confirm all of that information and then hit continue. And also, I just wanted to let you guys know that right here, as an agreement of the borrower, you authorize them to obtain and review your personal credit report. All right, so let's just recap the WesBanco Flex business line of credit. So this is a streamlined application where you can get a business line of credit from a minimum of 10,000 all the way up to 50,000. And they also have their regular commercial business line of credit, which goes up to much higher limits. However, it does not have a streamlined application. So if you're interested in applying for their larger commercial line of credit, you will have to apply through a banker. Now, when it comes to the Flex business line of credit, you do need a minimum of a 700 FICO score. Now, as I just showed you, when you go through the application, if you do submit through the application, then I do have evidence that they are pulling your Experian personal credit report. However, I was told from a local branch manager that they use TransUnion. Also wanted to throw out that WesBanco also has business credit cards that are issued through Elon Financial Services, and they may also pull any of the three major credit reporting agencies. Their application is plugged into multiple APIs, which are pulling data in, for example, from the Secretary of State. When you search for your business name, it's going to pull in your full business name as well as your data formation. So that's automatically populated. Now, as I mentioned, just because there's minimal documentation does not mean there's no documentation. Now, I spoke to a representative, and some of the additional documentations that they will require in addition to the credit application include your most recent year's business tax return. So in this case, it would be 2021's tax return, as well as an operating agreement and a government issued ID, driver's license, or passport. And you will be required to open up a WesBanco business checking account in order to draw from the line of credit, as well as automated payments to the line of credit. So just keep that in mind. Now, in terms of the limit and how they determine how much you qualify for, so basically they max you out at 10% of your gross annual revenue. The max that you can get is 10% of that. With the Flex line of credit, let's say you wanted that $50,000 limit, the maximum that they offer, you would need to be grossing at least $500,000. Now, once you complete the application, upload all necessary documents, then in a couple days, you'll probably receive an offer. Now, this isn't an instant decision type of application. Once you receive your offer, then you'll sign your promissory note, and it's a certification of beneficial owner. After that, you're pretty much done. So the process, all in all, it probably took a little bit over a week, actually probably less than a week from beginning to end. So I just wanted to share that data point. All right, so a couple days later, I got this email, you're approved for a line of credit. And again, this is going to be from the WesBanco Finance Now Express Bank Loan. So it says, congratulations, your application for a line of credit has been approved. All right, so as you can see right here, this is just a summary. So you can see the lender, WesBanco, and then here you have the principal amount of the line of credit. Right here, we have the loan date, and this was approved yesterday. Here you have the loan type, line of credit, specific purpose, short-term working capital. Now, some other charges that you want to keep in mind, there is a $100 origination fee, as well as a $250 document preparation fee. But again, these are tax deductible, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, when I originally started the application, I didn't have all the data points, but after going through the process, getting an approval, and actually speaking with some of the representatives, I was able to get more clarity on some of the data points. Now, you can apply online through the portal, which I walked you guys through, but you can also apply through a local branch representative. Now, at first, I thought that they were going to be pulling Experian, and then from what I was told, they were pulling TransUnion, but come to find out, they actually double pull you. So they're going to be pulling Experian as well as TransUnion, and I was able to get a $50,000 business line of credit. Now, and again, this is not financial advice. This is for informational purposes only. If anyone has any other questions, or if there's anyone out there who has some other data points on the WesBanco Flex line of credit, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. That's all for today. Until next time, take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.